Morning. So this is the final process of this whole hair journey. So in previous videos I showed how I pre-parted my hair into different braids, and then I had some faux locks that I installed. So I'm gonna show you part of the process because I'm on the last two. So basically, let me take this one out. Okay. This is my hair that I braided up, and then I took the crochet hook and took the faux lock and inserted it into the base of the braid, the loop, and then I put the tail end of the lock into the loop and then pulled it taut until it made a knot at the bottom of my hair. So then I take these two pieces together, and then I have some braiding hair right here. And I'm just gonna take like a thin amount, like I just pinch off just a piece, and it's probably about like this thick or whatever. I take one end of it and I put it kind of like the length of my hair. I put the end of it to that. I try and measure it as closely as possible. I mean, it doesn't have to be exact, but that short piece, my hair, and the faux lock are all in one hand. And in my other hand, I take the longer piece of the loose hair and I wrap it around the base. And I do that until I feel satisfied with the thickness of it. Um, just to make sure it's secure, but also I want it to be uniform. So I try and keep, the same tension. So as you can see, my hair, the piece of braiding hair and the faux lock are staying in my left hand and is pretty much staying stationary. And I'm just using my right hand to wrap that longer piece of the braiding hair around, and using my thumb as a guide, I slowly but surely go down the length of the braid. So I don't go all the way down to the bottom of the faux lock. Okay, so I had to take a brief pause. As I was saying, you just keep it taut, twist the hair around, all the way down to the end of your hair. Or at least that's the way that I've been doing it for me. And I've done faux locks on myself in the past. I'm not a professional braider. I'm not a hairstylist. I have no experience doing anyone's hair outside of my and my children's own. So as I stated before in the previous videos, I have no proper procedure or, rules. So the other times that I've installed faux locks have been different every time. The first time, I believe I used a rubber band and inserted, some braiding hair, the same way that I inserted these locks through the or under the rubber band through my natural hair, and then proceeded to wrap it around. Those were my first attempt at faux locks, and they didn't last very long because they weren't very secure, or the rubber band was secure, but the way that I wrapped it around my hair was not, it didn't last. The second time I installed faux locks was I took some braiding hair because my hair was considerably shorter at that time, and added it to my natural hair just to create a braid to the length that I kind of wanted it, and then I took additional braiding hair and wrapped it around that braid. And that install was okay. I like the way that those locks looked. They looked like they were actual locks that I grew. They looked very natural, but they were heavy. They were super heavy because I added hair twice, and I feel like they gave me a headache. I'm very bad when it comes to keeping braided styles anyways. So this by far is the best method that I have ever done for myself. It's so lightweight. It's so lightweight. These locks in the pack, initially I thought that they were short, even though I know I ordered, I believe it's 24-inch locks. And I, did a test one just to see if, okay, so I'm at the end of where I'm wrapping it down. So I decided to make a knot around, and then I continue on with that tiny little piece until I make it all the way down. Sometimes I twist it back up and make another knot. Whatever, however you want to secure it, because I know when I'm finished with these, I'm going to probably dip them in the hot boiling water to seal them. That's worked for me in the past with my braids. I don't know how it will work with these faux locks, but I'm assuming it's the same premise. But yeah, so with the length of these, I get the length without me having to roll or wrap the hair all the way down for the length. So I like the length of them, and they're lightweight because there's nothing in the bottom of these. The only part that has some weight to it is the part where my hair is. The only thing that I could kind of think of is like I've done some of these a little tight because I was testing and I didn't know like how tight I was wrapping in some parts. So in some directions, like if I pull it like this, I can feel it pulling at the roots a little bit, but I know over time that's going to slip down, so I'm not too concerned about that. So I just have one last one left, and I am done. The girl is done. That's the video, so peace.